Hi Virgo, this is the 2022 forecast. So we're going to see hopefully good things in the year. Now you are my moon sign. So I definitely want to pay attention to this one. I'm definitely going to be paying attention. Let's kind of get the vibe high here. There we go. I'm trying to wrap these up, all the signs tonight. So the group has their Christmas forecasts. That's what I'm trying to get them done for. So it's Christmas Eve still for me. For some of you, it may be Christmas. So let's see your very first card. Okay, so we've got the Five of Gabriel. So one of the things it says here is a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. Now, one of the things about Virgo, as you know, they do not shy from a debate. They're very opinionated, a very opinionated sign, and they're very good at debate too. They're very good at it, okay? But one of the things is they can get involved in some drama, okay? They can get involved in some drama. They're ruled by Mercury, very headstrong, and things like that. So it's real important to be careful with that, okay, during this time. You know, try to not be getting involved in a whole bunch of conflict. Now, let's go ahead and your opposing card is the Four of Gabriel. Now, that card is the Four of Wands, and that especially is about stability. One of the things it says is time for a celebration, abundant rewards for hard work. And that's one thing the earth signs, especially Virgo too, works really hard. So getting that reward for hard work. I feel that's something you have been working for, and I feel it's something that you may have felt over the last year you were not appreciated for. You know, your due diligence, your hard work, your determination that you put into things is going to start panning out. Okay, so finally you're going to get some recognition, which is good. Let's go ahead and see at the foundation. So with the foundation is the King of Earth or the King of Ariel. And there you go. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. You're getting smarter, I feel, is one of the things the card is saying. You're getting smarter with your resources, smarter with your finances. You know, you're very, pay attention to details. That's what you do. And it's going to be, I feel like finances for Virgo is going to be very strong. I feel you're going to come in really strong during this year. So things should be very positive, you know, and everything like that. But just be careful of the conflict. You know, that's one of the things for Virgo. Be careful of the conflict. It can happen. Oh, look at that, though. We've got the Ace of Raphael, which is the Ace of Cups. So positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So the Ace of Cups really, overall, I mean, a good sense of emotional well-being. I feel you're going to have just growing in self-love. And, you know, for some of you that are single, you're going to naturally attract love to you. I feel this could be a good year for love and relationships. We're going to look at that. We're going to do a separate read on love, okay? But especially, I feel like you're growing spiritually more and more, Virgo, and getting that self-love and that self-confidence. You're feeling good about yourself, and it's showing, and you're vibing high. You know, Virgo is vibing high. And because of that, you're just naturally, and it's not just even love of relationships that you're attracting to yourself. It's even just good spiritual friends and people around you, which is really good. And then we've got the Four of Earth. Now, one of the things about that, that card can be about giving and receiving and things like that. And sometimes you might be a little critical before you give to others. And I know, and I can understand that, like, well, if I give here or this, you know, if I give to that friend, they might squander it. They might not do the right things with it and things like that. You may get a little critical. You may get a little critical in certain areas to give, but try to, you know, release that from yourself. You know, if people need help, you know, don't be afraid to give it to them and things like that. We still want to have a good giving spirit. It all comes back to us, Virgo. That's one of the things you got to remember. It all comes back to us. So make sure to still be a giving spirit. Try not to be too critical and hard on others, you know, about what they may do with that. Now, even just helping others in various ways. You may kind of, you may help somebody, and you may also want to really do a makeover of them, a do-over. You may want to, change and transform them because, and I know you have good input and good insight how people should be. I totally understand that because you notice every little thing, and you're really good about that. In knowing, knowing how to kind of guide people and direct them. That's why Virgos make good life coaches. Okay, they make good life coaches. They make good therapists and things like that. But the thing is, sometimes you might be a little too pushy about it, especially if they're like they don't want to change. Okay, so you've got to kind of release the grip of their, especially the grip of control and everything, like that. It just, don't be too hard on people. I know you're a perfectionist in so many ways, but not everybody is. And one of the things you got to kind of do is sometimes just let people learn from their own mistakes and everything. That's one of the things you try to correct people or correct them so they don't have to make mistakes. I understand that because, when people make mistakes, it really bothers you. But one of the things is just let people learn from their own mistakes, like even your children. And I know that's a harder one to release, but people need to learn from their own mistakes. I feel we're going to have some reasons to celebrate. There might be a new birth. There could be a wedding for some of you. There could be a graduation, but some reason to celebrate in the family is coming. So that's good news. That's good news. So if some of you have been wanting a baby, for example, there could be a baby popping up. I see, no surprise, you get the Queen of Earth. You get the Queen of Earth here. And stuff, you're Virgo all the way. Nurture yourself and those you love. And see, that's the thing. I know I sounded kind of harsh on you. Remember, you're my moon sign, okay? I know I sound a little harsh on you and things like that. But you are a very giving, you have such a giving, a caring heart. And you really do, just like it says, nurture yourself and those you love. You are a very nurturing spirit. But you can, just sometimes just let people learn from their own mistakes and everything. And, even where it says practical and wise advice, you're the one who gives practical and wise advice. You're really good at it and everything like that. And the ability to make anything more beautiful. So wonderful, you got the Queen of Earth energy there. And notice we've got the King of Earth energy here too. So this acknowledges both my feminine and masculine Virgos. Okay, is in this read. Notice you're both being credited. That's the way spirit works and everything. So good, successful time coming here. Prosperity should not be a problem for Virgo this year. I feel if you've had any kind of financial struggles, you're getting way ahead of the game this year. Okay, so, but yeah, look at that. We got Virgo, Virgo. Okay, Earth, Earth. There you go for my feminine and masculine. Really nice read. I really enjoyed this read today. I've had some startling revelations for the signs. And look at that, the Fool card. Leap of faith. Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. And everything. Trusting the spirit and everything. Just release that trying to control everything. If you could just get, just release a little bit of the rope. Just a little bit. You don't have to let go totally there. But just release a little bit of the hold. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And then we got the Empress Energy. So just being able to attract love into your life, the abundance that you like, that which you deserve is coming. And what's your outcome card? Hopefully good things. Come on, Virgo. Page of Michael, which is, and I was just looking at this card a minute ago. Page of Michael is the Page of Swords. And one of the things it says is an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts and documents very thoroughly. Well, that's funny. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. Who reads the fine print of contracts? A Virgo does. Okay, a Virgo does. Anything you don't even need to be told to do that on a tarot card. Okay, you're very good, but you read the fine print. You pay attention to all that little stuff, and that's what makes you so hip. And that's part of the reason you do well financially. Is you really, just like if you get that new credit card, what's the interest? What's the annual percentage rate? What's this? What's that? You're reading all that stuff. A lot of people don't read all that paperwork. You read it. Okay, you read it. So I feel like, But one of the things is a new challenge and stuff and opportunity is going to present itself. New news coming in, which is going to be good. So far, I mean, finances looks good and everything. And I really want to touch on this Ace of Cups here because now we're going to look at love. I remember love can vary for Virgos, you know, but there's a similar kind of a golden thread that connects them all. And that's how we can do collective reads. So let's pull from Romance Angels. Wait, there's another card in there, I think. Wow, I don't know what's going on, but I keep pulling this card. I really need to check out the stars. Now, I know one of the things that's going on is Venus is in Capricorn in retrograde. Okay, right now. Okay, so the reconciliation card is popping up here. Reconciliation. So some of you, it's a couple things here. An ex may come back trying to return. Okay, because we're dealing with the Venus retrograde. Okay. Or it could be also that, you know, an ex may come back, but you should not reconcile. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So some of you may have a blast from the past. And I noticed that with a few others. But I've got that attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So no matter what, you should have some good romance going on in 2022. And now I do get this one. This is interesting. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So with some of you, I kind of look at that. I wouldn't even worry. Don't worry too hard on the religious word, but especially your spiritual path, some of your beliefs and things like that. You know, one of the things is Virgo is very, you know, they believe, you know, that they're right. Okay. They're very intelligent, believe that, you know, and it's real hard to sway them once they have an opinion. They're very opinionated. Okay. So if somebody does not match your spirituality, like if they don't believe in what you believe, okay, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. So you may encounter some situations in relationships. You might even be married and in a situation where your partner doesn't believe as you do. And that can be a challenge. That can be a little challenge. Okay, so we're going to pull some tarot for your love. Well, looks like we're going to have some passion and fire. That's for sure. We've got that Ace of Wands energy there. And the Princess of Hearts. Now, some of you, I'm going to be honest with you, some Virgos, I'm not saying all Virgos, but some Virgos, you may deal with it, some kind of betrayal that happens in a situation. Now, I notice also, if not, it also could be a meaning that the reconciliation, the person from the past is the betrayer. Okay, that is kind of returning. And, you know, a lot of Virgo, you know, you're in a good place right now in your life. A lot of you Virgos are in a good place right now. And you're ready for love with that Princess of Hearts energy. You're ready for love. And even my kings here, you know, my King of Earth is popping up here, my male Virgos and everything. Anyone who has betrayed you from the past, I feel some betrayers may come back trying to reconcile. Okay? And you need to kind of think about that, is that you're kind of a new and improved version of yourself. You work very hard to get to where you're at and everything like that. So be careful. Be careful during this Venus and Capricorn transit. Okay? Because you've really built yourself up and you're getting nice and strong. And then this person from the past can really shake things up. Now, one of the things too, this religious factors card popping up here, you know, how your love life is influenced by your spiritual religious upbringing and stuff. You know, and one of the things, you know, Virgo, you know, is a very, you know, a prudent sign. You know, morals and values are very important to them. And so any kind of behavior like this, just can't deal and stuff. And people may try to get your forgiveness. And it's okay to forgive, but should you give another chance? Okay, that and I definitely get a moving. We got to move forward here. We're on a good path. Don't jinx it on the wrong person with an ex coming back. Be real careful with that. Be real careful with that. Now, if there was not a betrayal, okay, and an ex comes back from the past, it might be something that could work out positively. You know, as long as that was not the reason. You know, because you don't want to get betrayed again. You're going in a good light. And you're going to be attracting other partners here. You've got this attraction card. People are finding you attractive for my divine masculine and divine feminine Virgos. Okay? So you're going to attract love no matter what. But you're not going to be alone, Virgo. You know, that's one of the things. You got this Ace of Wands energy here. But see, you got that Seven of Wands reverse energy. I feel like while you normally are real good about standing up for yourself, with this past ex, you might not have, you know, really taken and stood your ground the way you wanted to. And this might be the time, if they come back here, to get some things off your chest. Okay? So be prepared for that. But no matter what, you're going to have love. But just be careful on any exes coming back. Be careful with that. Okay? Okay, we're going to pull from the crystals. Yeah, I mean, yeah, a few people, it's that Venus and Capricorn energy. See, one of the things you got to understand, that Saturn can be about some of the old things, you know, the past and things like that. It can do a little bit with that and everything, you know. And so with this Venus in Capricorn transit, which is going to be going on for a little while, it's in retrograde, then it's going to start moving forward. It's going to hang out for a little bit. Some exes are going to be popping up. And then when we have Mercury retrograde, it's going to get even stronger. Okay, so we got share right, spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. Really good to know for that. Absolutely. So see, you know, you're being watched over. You're being watched over. Clear quartz. Let yourself feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. And see, that's the thing. Virgo is a sensitive sign. The feminine signs, which is the earth and the water, are very sensitive signs. They're very in tune and everything. So, you know, just feel those emotions. Don't try to cut them off. And then topaz, forgiveness heals. No surprise to get this card. I've been getting a little bit of a forgiveness message with some of the signs tonight. A time to release repressed anger as it's blocking health and happiness. Anybody you got to forgive. If there's anybody you need to forgive, we got to let that go. Okay? And some of that, with this past person popping up for some of you, okay, that may be a good opportunity. You know, just forgive, send away with love, but, you know, nice seeing you again, but see you another day, okay? Now, your shadow card is reflect. So this is one of the things that some of these energies in the past are going to come to the surface, and it's kind of time to reflect on them and look at them and observe them. But then inevitably we got to move on. We got to move on from them. But a little bit of time for reflection is popping up. Now let's look at some messages from the universe. Let it out, let it flow. There it is. Let it out, let it flow. Reflect, let it out, let it flow. Trust in your new path. All will work out for you. See, that's what I'm saying. You're like kind of a new person. You shed some skin. You're like a snake shedding its skin. And everything is as you've created. All you create offers you lessons in life. So this is really good and stuff. But some of you are on a new path. You're on the journey. You've taken you've become a little bit of a new person. You've done some transformation. So don't mess it up. Don't go back to the old. You know, we got to keep going forward. That's the thing. When you get on the spiritual path, you learn that you got to keep going forward. That's what it's about. Forward motion all the way. Let's pull from the power of love. Creativity. You love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. Yes, you do. New ideas. You're Mercury all the way. Okay, Mercury all the way, definitely. And you have good ideas. You're smart. Now look at that. You got the Joy card. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun in all that you do. I see that's what things, sometimes people don't think of Virgo as a fun sign, but they are. You know, they are. Definitely. And they got a good sense of humor. And look at that. Satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. I see you're good about that. You don't let others define you. You're good about that and everything and stuff. You don't let others define you. You don't worry about the outer critics. It's your inner critic that's the tough one. You're your own worst critic and you know it and stuff. You're the one who's hard on yourself and everything. But other people, it doesn't bother you. But you're your own worst critic. So go easy on yourself, Virgo. And I hope you enjoyed your forecast. Have a Merry Christmas.